He's coming too, man. Look at him. Yeah, he's got a set of teeth. I mean, he's got these like canine fangs in the front. If you ever really need some fish, a jig and a shrimp. Good morning, Captain Jeff Malone here, August 2nd. First thing in the morning, we're going to roll out and see what we can do with maybe some tarpon, bonefish, permits, barracudas, whatever we come across this morning. This whole series of banks runs all the way out. Goes all the way up to the Everglades.
Those are on my GPS too.
They are. It's called the Channel Key Bank. So there's a whole series of them.
That's where
they run out. There's a big ledge right here. And the majority, you see it? And the majority of the snappers and groupers concentrate on this particular rock. But this whole channel, reel them in slow, because it shouldn't last very long out there. Yeah, that way you kind of keep it tight and see if you get a bite. Something might eat them. I don't know. Hey, I'll tell you another little trick. That looks like a little horse-eye jack. But now, if you ever need to catch some amberjack food, blue runners. Come out here and catch some blue runners. Little horse-eye jack. Yep, horse-eye jack. See ya. Get you another shrimp. So the trick with the shrimp, look, is you're gonna throw him out there, and as soon as it hits the water, you're gonna reel it and kind of set the hook. So reel it and jig it, okay? Because there's enough life in here that it'll last about 3 seconds. So throw it out there and just jig it. So as soon as it hits the water, start your retrieve by just setting the hook. And just jig it and just kind of jig it and twitch it, jig it, twitch it. Yeah, reel it and then twitch it again. You got him on, go, go, go. He's on there, something's on there. Don't reel against the drag, just lift him up.
Nice.
Oh, pork fish.
What's that?
Pork fish. But the thing is that with a jig and a shrimp, it's every cast something. If you ever really need some fish, a jig and a shrimp is pretty much every cast. See him right there? He's floating on the surface. He just stuck his head out.
Look at the turtle.
You need another filch?
What kind is that?
Loggerhead. Yeah, we have. Know what I mean? This is just.
When it turns, you
Yeah. I'm just kind of, I don't know what to do. The tide's killing me right now. There's not a lot I can do, so I'm gonna, yeah, now what I might do is I might go sit on a spot where I think we might see a permit on the slack and just sit there a few minutes. But I thought this would be at least something to keep the girls entertained for a few minutes and kind of introduce you a little bit to the Channel Key Banks system here, because I want you to understand that even though this is some of the bottom of the whole food chain thing around here, there's a lot of life around these banks that are really great, whether and whether that be a school of permits swims by, or sharks or kudas. Yeah, and a lot of it, again, like I told you, is tidal. So it wouldn't surprise me in the least to be catching these and all of a sudden there's a dozen permit just floating there. Not a lot. Not a lot. I mean, sometimes I will, but a lot of it's just jig and shrimping. So it's a lot of small snapper. So instead, we're going to drop a pilchard out there and try to step up the game a little bit. Because there's a million little snapper that live in this channel. Yes. Because I'm a huge fan of big bait, big fish. Because, it's just how it is. something bigger because you're going to catch better quality fish with a bigger bait. Right, it's a little better mangrove. Right, and here, now you can throw this. I'll come deal with him. I'll grab him. Here, sweetie, take this one and do just what you were doing. Just reel it and jig it, switch it. Yeah, I'll grab mine. But, you know, we got a little better bait, so naturally, a little bigger fish. So, a decent little mangrove, though. He's not, you know, not a terrible snapper. The only trouble with these guys is, A, his gills will slash you wide open because he's got a secondary set right here that are bad to the bone. And number 2, he'll try to bite you.
Yeah. Remember that one that bit me the other night?
Yeah.
I've had him.
He's got teeth on him.
Yeah, he's got a set of teeth. I mean, he's got these like canine fangs in the front, but I've had
They
them.
don't open their mouth either.
No, I've had more than one had to get pried off me with a pair of pliers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not a bad little snapper.
That gill plate is
What do you
real.
He captures it all, boy.
Just double it.
There's only one way. We can do it. You know, you might not like it, but we can keep it off of there for you. But I'm going to be looking over in that lighter colored water in the channel up here. But it looks like the water's coming in. That's good. I see a big ray. You see that big puff of mud? That's a big stingray down on the bottom. Yeah, he's down the bottom just rooting it up. It's like a little hara. Hara.
I love how they just go still for a second.
He has some funky lips, huh?
I love how they go still when you like drop them for a second.
Pretty little fish. See ya. Kind of like what we're looking for, but a little different. You got it. Sharky. Move, killer. I bit my jig off. Stay while be. He coming to me, isn't he? Look at him. Yeah, it's a nice little one. Yeah. All right, so we started out this morning doing a little bit of tarpon fishing. We were fortunate enough to get a couple bites and land one to the boat. After that, we were having some difficulty with the tide, so we kind of waited until the tide started to come in order to go out into the shallows and just have some fun with some fun fish. We managed to catch a little bonnethead shark and some, maharas and just catch some stuff for fun for the girls that have pulling on the end of the line. So I hope you enjoyed some of that, and until next time. So if you start seeing sharks swimming around, blacktip reef sharks or whatever, they almost always have the permit, under control. So, seeing them isn't a negative, you know what I mean? They coexist pretty well, and they, it's often sometimes just, you see a shark, you're like,
Is that a race to get the permit?